David Jaffe, the creator of Twisted Metal and God of War, which is how I always have to start out talking about this guy, because every time you bring up David Jaffe, there's people like, who the hell is this guy? He apparently is a YouTuber and is doing his thing over there. I've had my, I guess you could say, run-ins with him. I've never actually directly spoken to him. He always confuses me with other people and claims he doesn't really know who I am, while also saying he never wants to talk to me again, even though he's never talked to me. He said he doesn't want to talk to me and then decided to do a stream talking about me. I was like, okay. Even though he said he doesn't want to hear that name again, here I'm like, all right, of course. This is David Jaffe. It's a very strange person. But anyways, I said last time I heard about this David Scott Jaffe fella, he was telling Dev never bring up my name, that he never ever wants to hear about me ever again. David, bro, you can at least unblock me if you're gonna love me so much. And I saw this post here. I was like, okay, we got that. He's gonna be talking about me. This debate between Colin and JT is like watching Ivan Drago beat the shit out of Apollo Creed. Only difference is Apollo knew he was dead, which is like such a terrible comparison. Apollo was the good guy, bro. Think about what you're saying here. Anyways, it's David Jaffe. I don't mean to be a dick, but watching Smash JT try to win a debate with Colin is like watching Simple Jack trying to outwit Carl Sagan. It's charmingly embarrassing, and I can't wait to talk about it with Gene Park on Gaming Exposed. And I'm like, okay, so we got David Jaffe talking about me on his stream. On his stream that he had blocked off for members only and would only allow conversations if you paid him to talk, which I rarely give thumbs downs on videos. I thumbs this down because they're saying a lot of misinformation on me and I had no ability to respond to them. And I'm like, no, you know what? If I can't talk, I'm going to react to it with the thumbs down. And I don't hate him enough to not give him the interaction. So I'll give him the interaction. And here's a little segment of, we'll go through, I don't know how far we're going to go with this, but we'll go through part of this.
Colin lives a life of luxury, Gene. Colin can afford to just sort of throw away great opportunity.
It's all about money with this guy. Everything he approaches every topic with, how much money does this person make and where do they put their money? Dude, holy shit, stop pocket watching people.
Because, the money he makes for basically neutering people like Smash JT, which we will talk about today, of course,
neutering me by shouting over me and throwing a bunch of straw mans at me. Yeah. See, here's the thing. The problem with the conversation that we had last night is, and I knew this going into it, but I did it anyway, because I think it's important to, at least for the people that want more information, to get it out there. People that hate me are going to use this to hate me more. The people that love me are going to use this to love me more. It's not going to change many minds, if any at all. And that was never my purpose for it. My purpose was just to get it out there to the people that don't know who I am, to say, oh, there's people out there fighting for us, the consumers. That ultimately, I think that's the important part, is to get the voice heard. The whole purpose of it. Let's go.
What the charts are. And then so they started going back and forth on Twitter. And, of course, Colin, as you know, is more than eager to hop on other people's shows to kind of have a debate style kind of thing with them, right? Which is exactly how you and I met when I was gonna quote unquote call you out for how dumb you are with Metroid Dread, and you were like, hop on my show. And of course, I'm kind of the similar personality where I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna join your platform. And I was like, no, I'll join your platform, whatever,
Right.
And then look at us now. We're just pals now, right?
We're pals.
Yeah.
We're pals in the Gooniverse now.
Yeah.
This is why I don't cover David Jaffe very often. He's so weird and boring. It's so dry.
But yeah, I have the Antifa thing up on the screen. I mean, to me, that is so telling or so reflective of how this Smash JT guy really revealed himself to be last night, talking to Colin, is that he's just not a bright guy. And I don't.
Okay, so I'm not a bright guy because I, as a customer, have chosen to not purchase a product because not only have they replaced the main protagonist that I loved in the original game, but they swapped it out for a girl boss, which I even conceded to Colin that I still wanted to give it a chance because I just really liked the first one a lot. And then when I found out she's Antifa, proactively blocking everyone before any details of the game came out and all these other things, I was out. I checked out. I'm like, no, thanks. I don't want to support someone that hates me. Apparently that makes me an idiot, according to David Jaffe.
Mean that like I'm trying to like jab at him and be like, you're an idiot. I mean,
you literally just said that, David.
Like the fact that he's probably one of those people for which the Antifa argument lands, that the White House is trying to sell, that it's like we've designated it as a terrorist organization.
Yeah, it is. These are awful people, David. Why are you defending Antifa, bro? What are you trying to say about yourself, David?
And then, like you said, it's not a real thing. It's not. No. It's everybody should be Antifa if you're an American and try.
Yikes. I take it back. This guy is highly entertaining. Holy shit. Everyone should be Antifa. David Jaffe, 2025. Wow. I did not hear this part of this conversation. That caught me off guard. Holy shit. In
terms of what it actually stands for.
Yeah, good point. Sergeant Sapient. It's not real. According to who, David? Exactly. Oh, if it's not real, by the way, how could everyone be Antifa? Wait a second.
But, and I don't have, this is like, I got a bunch of clips set aside that we can look at, but this is one where he was talking about, continue. We're going to come back to this one because he really got into the woke stuff, and it was like his agenda laid bare. And I don't know if he was doing it on purpose or he didn't realize that he had been talked into a corner by Colin.
See, this is what I mean, by the way. When people are trying to dissect my stream with Colin, they look retarded. But if you clip stuff out of context and post it on social media, it makes me look retarded. But if you actually watch the video, it makes you look really bad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and then so last night, late last night at around 11 p.m. Eastern time, Colin, who hadn't slept again apparently in over a day, decided to hop on and talk to JT, and it was
what the fuck is that? Making excuses for him? He hasn't slept in over a day, bro. He's the one that reached out to me and wanted to talk. And I know in my ignorance, I assumed it was going to be a good faith just to talk to set the record straight. It was a lot more aggressive than I was expecting. But to say he didn't sleep for a day, I didn't tell him he needed to show up. He proactively reached out to me. I told him I stream weeknights, 8 p.m. Pacific time, Smashcast every weeknight. He responded, "How about tonight?" Okay, sure. I didn't expect to be so soon, but okay. What?
Show. It was a show. Colin hopped on with the stated intent of trying to educate him on what Circoana actually is and how it works as a business.
And my intent was to refute that and say, this is why it should not be taken seriously.
And what JT kept saying was, "Oh, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that."
I kept showing information saying, here's why I disagree with you. Because this is not accurate information. This has asterisks in it. This says this instead of this. It doesn't show the full picture. So I can't trust it. Ergo, I don't agree with that.
And I can get into my thoughts about what I thought about his arguments later. But
I mean, yes, we're in this topic now, and this is let's get into it. But because the thing is, he really, I mean, it was so hard to determine, Gene, how much of this was him trying not to get boxed into a corner to look bad, and because there's no doubt he looked bad. The only people who don't think he looked bad are people who are just, predisposed to go, he's my guy and I don't care what he says.
David, you fucking idiot. That's like saying the only people that say I look bad are the ones that are predisposed saying I look bad and you don't like me. like what the hell?
Beats Colin because I don't like Colin, but
Totally.
he came off looking not only bad, but it's hard to know how much of this is a reflection of he's just really dumb, or I don't know. But when Colin was
imagine being called dumb by David Jaffe. If I actually respected anything this guy said, I'd be like, damn, that actually hurts. Holy shit.
He's like, but wait, Colin, doesn't Circoana have all these caveats? And Colin's like, yeah. And they list them and they make them very clear. And Smash JT was under this impression, or trying to give this impression, and correct me if I'm reading it wrong, that basically Circoana is in the pocket. They're trying to just acquiesce to these big companies and say things that they want, and thus there's no transparency, and we as gamers should be outraged. And
I mean, more or less, yeah.
Colin's like,
I wouldn't say we should be outraged. I'd stop short of that. I'd say we should be demanding more transparency. And I guess outraged when people start to shove it's the 18th best-selling game of the year in your face after 3 days without telling you all the asterisks of why it's the 18th. And oh, by the way, how many AAA games have come out this year so far? Like, there's a lot of caveats to this. Holy shit.
They do a business. People value the business. They make all of their shit clear about what generates their numbers and what numbers they're blind on. Mm-hmm. And it's clearly a good.
Painful to listen to another person run defense for this. When the information is out there, now he's trying to twist the words to fit his agenda. When it's like, bro, why can't you just say yes? It's not accurate. Why do you need to be like, oh, it's fine because of all the stipulations? And they tell you all the stipulations. It's not accurate. That's what I'm saying. This is like such a same thing that Colin was doing. It's like turning into a circular argument. He's like, oh, well, here's why. It's like, no.
Enough product that people use it. If somebody came along and invented a better mousetrap, they would. Mm-hmm. JT was trying to compare it to a more transparent Japan, which was ridiculous. He kept bringing up these figures like,
why is that ridiculous? Japan is extremely transparent with the sales data. Why is that ridiculous to say we should be like that too? Why are you protecting the industry and saying, no, we shouldn't? Why? What is this argument? Why are people like this? Why aren't you demanding more accountability and transparency from the industry? Why?
Well, you can see in Japan, the physical sales, he had a chart that showed Ghost of Yōtei significantly dragging behind Ghost of Tsushima in physical sales at the same.
Which, oh, by the way, pretty much the only raw, actual, tangible, real data we have to go by is that chart. And it is not a good chart. So they are trying to find any other things that they can put together and say, well, here's actually why it's doing well.
Point. And he's like, see, this is a lie. It's like, no, you moron. You
moron. Ignore the real information. Come look over at this other stuff where we can obfuscate it and make it look better.
Sales have not made the lion's share of purchases for a very, very long time. I think it was 5 years ago when they came out and said digital now accounts for 51. It's way more now, but 51% for the
Tsushima came out 5 years ago, by the way. during the pandemic, where you could argue a lot more people were downloading games. But whatever, bro. Make your argument.
First time. And it's like Colin's like, yeah, because people don't buy digital or they don't track digital in Japan. They just track physical, and people are buying more digital than physical. And Smash was just like, no, it's not transparent. And it's just like, dude, just be a man and accept that it's like, oh, okay.
Did this dude who has a protect trans kids bumper sticker behind him just tell me to be a man?
Yeah, I was wrong. I mean, I like Ghost of Tsushima because of the woman and this and that and the other. But in this case, Colin, you're absolutely right. I mean, that's what I thought. I thought Colin won this discussion easily. But
David, there is no planet in this galaxy where this would have taken place where you thought I would have won it. You're literally, that doesn't mean anything coming from you. You hate me. You want to see me fail. Of course you're going to say he won.
There's not even a winning or losing. It's just one person is stating a fact and what the other person is stating, I don't believe that, you know?
No, The only person that was stating the fact was me.
Yes.
Also, yeah, going back to your point about the Famitsu retail sales. I mean, he could have also brought up, hey, well, PS5 isn't selling as well in Japan anymore. Japan is still selling well.
If I brought that point up, I'd also argue, shouldn't Yotei be a system seller if it's so good? Like, again, none of these arguments are helping the cause of this game.
I'm looking up here that it's sold over 7 million units since last month. Still pretty good. It's falling behind the PS4 by about 1 million or so. So it just shows that the Japan's waning interest in like the PS5 console itself versus anything. And of course, the retail sales were lower. But yeah, it's not even a matter of winning or losing. It's one person saying the sky is blue and the other person saying, well, what is the sky hiding? And it's like, what are we talking about here? Hello? Uh-oh, did we freeze?
I don't know. It's Jaffe. I don't know if he up. It's just
he's moving now. But...
Okay, now he's back.
Last night.
Yeah.
But Colin was
And to JT's credit, like he does have, I don't want to say give him a hand or whatever like that, but he does have beef with like other adjacent creators who are significantly like more racist or misogynist than he is.
I suppose so. I mean, the guy put up he retweeted this one guy. I don't remember who it was. Somebody on that far right grifter sphere who was like, we won't rest until all trans ideology is removed from the planet.
Okay, well, yeah, sure. I mean, like he's obviously still there anyways, too, right? But
yeah, and I still stand by that, and I'm not moving from that position, David. So that's not an own. That's just I disagree with you fundamentally on things.
Yeah.
But regardless of his political views and this, that, and the other,
what the fuck does that have to do with the game sales of Yotei?
he basically, Colin, he was trying to catch Colin like, well, have you played it? And Colin's like, yeah, I played it. I platinumed it.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys in this grifter sphere, you guys don't.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Colin also tried to get me in a gotcha with Tsushima and asked me if I played it. And I was like, yeah, it's one of my favorite games I've ever played. You gonna bring that up, David, or it doesn't fit your agenda with that? Okay.
If you play games, we certainly don't know it. Most of the shit you cover isn't that.
You know what I think it is? Like, really, what I really think it is, and this is the truth. They want me to stop talking so bad that their latest grift is to push a narrative that I don't play games so that I stop talking and just play games all the time. I'm not even joking. That is what they are trying to do. I'm noticing this now. It started with Colin last night. I was like, why is he going at me so hard? Did he have a conversation with someone else about how I don't play games? Like, what? Well, secondly, New Blackstreet made a great point too. Like, first off, if I don't play games, what's that have to do with any of this shit? We're talking about the sales data. If I play it or not has literally zero impact on that conversation. Secondly, I do play games. So this argument is completely null and void, yet everyone keeps talking about it. It literally is such a straw man that has nothing to do with anything. It drives me insane.
And so I guess my question is the bigger conversation really here, whether you're talking about this guy or Grums or any of these people
or Trump,
is the bigger conversation then, because you're right, is the sky blue or what is the sky hiding? It's like there was no argument. Mm-hmm. Is it more about Colin maybe?
Dev says, Smash, here's the thing. Some of the anti-woke culture warriors actually just don't play games. Grums comes to mind. They're lumping you in with them. Well, that's what they do. They have a straw man argument and they just pile you in with it to push a narrative. That's why I wanted to have a conversation with Colin about my feelings on things. And New Blackstreet pointed it out because I didn't pick up on it during it because there's a lot going on that I wish I did pick up on. But towards the end of the conversation with Colin, he started to say, you guys are like this and you guys are like that. And I was so focused on getting my point across with something else I was talking about that I didn't even hear it. And I'm like, I wish I did stop that, because that's one of those, you're talking to me right now. You're not talking to Grums. You're not talking to Hypnotic or Vara Dark or Atreus or Kata or Will of the Fans or any of these people. You're not talking to anyone. You're talking to me and saying, you guys, while I do speak, I'd like to think for a lot of people, I still am my own person. So don't lump me in with what other people say and do, because that drives me insane.
Doing one of the best jobs exposing to the people who are willing to see it just how full of shit so many of these people are. And do you think anyone's going to pick up on this?
How was I full of
oh,
shit?
I thought Smash JT and his ilk were worth listening to, but maybe now not so much. Or do you think the people that are sort of in that community, they're not looking for facts. They're just looking for somebody to validate their anger.
Yeah, no, they're just looking for someone to validate their anger. They're
David, this is literally the same argument I can make for you, where people are looking to validate their anger that fits what you're saying. Like, this is such another straw man argument that literally means nothing. It just comes across to me as why are more people watching him than me? They should be watching me, not him. That's what this is coming across as.
They got TikTok rot brain, they got Facebook algorithm rot brain, where they're just being fed everything that's like reflecting their own worldview, and JT is able to reflect that back to them, and it's validating. You don't feel lonely. There was a Reddit comment in the LSM community, that the Last Name Media subreddit last night, which was very telling, and it was a very good comment. And shout out to them. I did respond to them like, "Wow, this is a great comment. I'm gonna steal it." The nature of the internet is when you have access to the world, you're gonna find your people.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And I guess he has, because he's pretty successful in that world, right? I mean, he's not nobody.
Oh, that's gonna pain you to say that, David. I was just gonna push back and say it's not like unique to me, guys. That's everyone. You find your people too. How is any of this got you on me? What even is this?
The donations were streaming in.
Oh, here we go with the money, by the way. Here we go. Shadowwalker says, we're using Reddit now? Yeah, I don't do Reddit. Reddit is rot. But here we go. This is where it gets really good. This is where David really, really dives in at the money. He's all about the money.
And he was getting like $100 donations, like $10 donations. Like, it was crazy,
So if you're watching and you're a fan of this guy and you've come in, again, welcome. I don't know you personally. I certainly
remember he has sub-only, membership-only mode on, where you can only chat in his chat box if you are a member. And he's saying this looking at the camera, being like, so if you're new here, welcome, this, that, the other thing. You can't talk unless you pay money to him, or you can super to him. Pay money via a super if you don't join as a membership. So this is like almost like a hidden marketing tactic that he's trying to be really subtle, throw it out there. Like, oh, if you're new and you're watching from this situation, he's trying to get people to donate to him right now. Listen to this.
I don't know. Dollar donations, like, it was crazy,
So if you're watching and you're a fan of this guy and you've come in, again, welcome. I don't know you personally. I certainly don't know. I don't ever want to know this guy after what he promoted about the trans community. But if you're just understand something about certain people, and I will say, based on what I saw last night, my opinion is Smash JT falls into this category. Obviously it's subjective, but my opinion is that if you watched that last night, you can hate Colin, you can hate women in Ghost of Yōtei, you can still support every single political take this guy has. You can hate the trans community, but please know that at least my opinion, and most people who walked away from watching this opinion, is this guy is either incredibly stupid or he's very smart and you're being played. And he's basically playing a character and telling you what he knows you want to hear in order to get your money. And
you have your members only chat on, bro. How can you say that and be so tone deaf about yourself? Holy shit.
That's my opinion. It's subjective. Gene, would you agree or disagree, or what?
You're welcome to have your opinion, but bro, it's like if you didn't have a subscriber members only chat where you needed to pay to be able to chat or super to be able to chat, what you said right there, I'd be like, okay, this guy's just being jealous of the attention and donations that I'm getting. But by doing that, it's like ramps it up to like past 10. Like, holy shit. Jealousy to the extreme. Please pay me money. I even turn members only on. You can be a part of this community too. Pay me money instead of him if you're new here. Holy fuck.
What would be your take on that?
I would agree with the latter, actually. I think that here's the thing, you know, and like I love to criticize the media, right? And
Yeah.
I know for a 100%.
So the latter. So he's saying I'm smart. Okay.
Fact that some of the loudest people that you see who are talking heads in NBC News or Fox News or whatever like that, they actually don't believe the crazy shit they say, and behind the scenes they are hobnobbing and drinking and doing coke together and going to the same orgies.
What the what the fuck? Gene, what am I supposed to do with that one, man? Is it their opinion that I don't believe what I say and that what I'm covering is I've been doing this for 8 years and I don't believe any of it? Like what? What? My life is a lie. My life is a lie. Folks, we got him.
Been to those same fucking parties.
Oh, I know you have.
Yeah, I have.
Wait, hold on. I gotta need to rewind this one, Gene. Hold on. Did Gene just say?
In the scenes, they are hobnobbing and drinking and doing coke together and going to the same orgies. I've been to those same fucking parties.
Oh, I know you have.
Oh my God. Wow. All right.
Yeah, I
have. No further questions, Your Honor.
I have.
Yeah.
I mean,
we saw it in the lawsuit, right? We saw it in the lawsuit against Fox News where Tucker Carlson had emails and DMs revealed saying he thinks Trump is out of his fucking mind. He's a moron. He's bad for America, but he goes on TV and plays the character.
It's all a play. It's all a play for your money, you know? And that's why it's like, okay, you don't trust.
Again, I want to remind everyone, they are streaming on a members only chat where you need to pay money to be able to talk. While they are projecting, what I am doing is all for money. I can't make this shit up.
The media, I totally understand it. I don't really trust the media either. I hate like 90% of the media. You know, I totally get it. You also have to understand that that the content creator space is about as bad or worse, if anything. You know, because there are like 90%.
David's like, oh, I know.
And journalists are just doing their jobs and trying to do a good job, right? But so much of like the talking heads out there are drowning out a lot of the smaller people that are doing good work. And
yeah, it's like
this is all subjective. The talking heads, aka the people you disagree with, are drowning out the good, aka the people you agree with. Did you ever stop and think for a second that the talking heads that you're talking about from a different perspective are actually the good guys? And that's why they're gaining an audience? Did you ever think of that, Gene? Ever?
It's like anything else. The more charismatic and well-spoken and magnetic people don't have to be good at the job.
No,
they're good at the they're salesmen. The people who are good.
What he just described as people that are good at the job. If you have a magnetic personality while you're doing this, by default, you are good at what you're doing. What the fuck?
At the job are probably mild-mannered and they're not really interested in the spotlight. They just want to bring you the facts. And somewhere along the way, they got convinced that people care about the facts. And I don't think people care about the facts for the most part, which is.
What did he just say? Did he misspeak? Or was that Freudian slip?
Not really interested in the spotlight. They just want to bring you the facts. And somewhere along the way, they got convinced that people care about the facts. And
yeah, people care about the fact. What the fuck? What the fuck? Is he saying that people shouldn't care about the facts?
I don't think people.
I'm gonna assume he misspoke there because what?
Care about the facts for the most part, which is tragic, but here we are.
Yeah. So, all I ask for people is to just either be smarter in who you believe, or if you do want to believe,
AKA trust us, not them. Be smarter. You're trusting the wrong people. Give us money, not them. I'm breaking this down. It's actually pretty basic what they're doing right now.
Related, and we're going to stay on JT for a while, and we're going to I think, Gene, if you will agree,
I stopped watching around here. Honestly, I can't keep watching this. People told me that even when they moved on from this topic, David kept trying to bring it back to talking about me. And I'm like, holy shit, bro. Like what kind of cell phone? It's like literally no different than RTU. These two people are so similar. They think they're so smart and they hate so much, and that hate is what drives them. And it's so bad. It's so bad because it doesn't have any facts and reality and based in any kind of truth. It's just anger the whole time. You just hate me so much. But yeah, I'm gonna move on from this because I'm not gonna keep. I know Kevio's serious over on Kick, but JT, he doesn't know who you are. I know, right? The same guy that's like that smash JT. Who's this guy? The guy you have me blocked, David, and you actually replied. I understand to my post. You know, that same guy you have blocked, and you still have me blocked. So I don't know if you like unblocked me or what, but that's David Jaffe. I know you're all shocked that this is the guy we're dealing with. The same guy that said this.
If it was consensual and you didn't hate the Jews, I'd fuck the shit out of you. I would.
Oh yeah, and
I would suck off a hobo. You goddamn right I would. Every goddamn day of the week.
I can assure you that is not AI. That is actually him. That's a real clip. That's Jaffe. But yeah, we'll leave that one there.